Learning paper for upholstery year 3 for the test of 13th June. We start with general safety, and there are 10 points. First, dress for the occasion. Do not wear baggy or loose and otherwise ill-fitting clothing in your workshop. Do not wear jewelry or any other loose hanging items. 2. Vision protection. This is because wood chips and debris can fly up in your face and eyes at almost any time when cutting. Also staples from the staple gun. 3. Keep your workshop clean. First of all, loose tangled electrical extension cords lying all over. This is the cause of many unnecessary workshop injuries. 4. No drugs, alcohol or other impairments, please. This includes working while taking medication that dampens your ability to operate machinery properly. If you are taking medication and you are tired, you are going to make mistakes. 5. Please read the book. For each machine in your workshop, there should be an operating manual. If not, you will be able to find information on Google or YouTube. 6. Keep tools and equipment sharp. Firstly, you should keep all of your blades sharp and performing well. It sometimes starts to dull. Either scrap it and get a new one or have it professionally sharpened. Avoid unnecessary distractions. This should go without saying. It is one of the basic rules. But with the prevalence of cell phones and other distractions, you should be aware of how this affects your safety. Each machine requires your utmost and full attention when working on them. 8. Use safety tools to assist you. Make use of tools that keep the workpiece steady and keeps your hands away from the cutter blade. 9. Inspect timber for nails, knots or any imperfections. Inspect the wood that you are working with. It can have imperfections that can cause it to kick back, get stuck or bind on the blade. Conclusion: don't try to make something do it wasn't intended to do. Always think about the workshop safety rules. So don't use a hammer to put in a screw. Okay, next we go to safety signs and their meanings. Firstly, prohibition signs, so you do not do. A sign prohibiting behavior likely to increase or cause danger. Example, no smoking, and the color is red. Mandatory signs, you must do. A sign prescribing specific behavior. Example, hard hats must be worn. The color is always blue. Safe condition signs. The safe way, a sign indicating emergency exits or first aid or rescue equipment, always green. Hazard signs, caution, be aware. A sign giving warning of a hazard, danger, like an example, danger electricity. Always the color yellow. A sign indicating the location of firefighting equipment, red. Information signs, general information, a sign providing general information, example, toilets. Okay, then we have your staple gun. First, at the top there, the exhaust cover, the body, the air plug, the lever that you lift to open the magazine where you put in the staples. This is the glider unit, so it moves up and down. The trigger that you pull to shoot one staple. The exit hole where the staple exit the staple gun. And then there at the top the warning label. Okay, we then move on to measuring equipment and their uses. So a steel ruler to measure material, steel measuring tape to measure wood planks and sheets, plastic measure tape to measure close and curved objects, and a square ruler to measure square angles and square lines. And then lastly, measurement is the process of associating numbers with a physical amount of material. Different material will be measured in different units, which is meter, centimeter and millimeter. Meter will be used for long pieces of upholstery materials like fabrics and wooden sheets or planks. Centimeter will be used for smaller pieces of fabric and smaller lengths of wood. Millimeters will be used on already cut fabrics and wood for more specific measurements. Good luck!